Welcome back to the channel. Monica Love here at the Love Messages. So today we're going to be doing your reading. It's going to be the juice. For those of you who are new to the channel, this is where I look at you, your person, and the energies between you and your person. Now, keep in mind this reading is general, so it's not going to resonate with every single person that watches it. But if it does resonate with you, there will be a link in the description box for the extended. So what I'm going to do before I get started in the reading, you all know that I usually have announcements, and I explain a little bit about how this reading is going to work. Okay, so the first thing is I always like to know what everybody's drinking during watching this juice reading, because as you know, I like to bring my juice and it creates discussions in the comment section. Okay, so make sure you comment below what you're drinking, what you suggest people should be drinking. Maybe you have a juice recipe that you want to share with the community. You can link that down below in the comment section. Okay, what am I drinking? Before I forget to tell you, I made some watermelon juice with strawberry juice, of course natural, with no sugar or anything like that in it. So it's my home creation that I made. So that's what I'm drinking. Now, before I get into the reading, I am going to make some announcements. As you all know, I am starting to do more lives on my Instagram. I am starting to talk more about astrology. I'm starting to talk more about influences, how astrology affects your love life, etc., etc. Okay, I am going through a major transition right now when it comes to what I do online, as well as my Instagram and a lot of other things that I'm doing now. Okay, so the first thing I want to mention is a lot of you have been contacting me in email asking how you can work with me, if you can sponsor me, all of these things. I'm really busy right now. I actually am literally a one woman show. I have a few other people working with me, but my team is not large, okay? So if you are wanting to work with me, or you're wanting to kind of get in touch with me and I don't answer you, I do apologize. I just am not in that position to accept any offers at the moment, but later on down the road, if that changes, I will definitely let you know. Okay, so I appreciate those of you who have been very patient with me. It's not easy kind of running everything on my own, so I appreciate your patience, okay, and your understanding with me at this time. So that's the first announcement. The second announcement is I will be doing more on my second channel for astrology. So if you are interested in that, we're slowly going to be doing that. I'm not rushing to do anything. I'm not a person who likes to rush things. I like to take my time. So I'm getting a vision of a turtle. So I'm just taking my time right now. But if you're interested in that, I will have my Instagram linked below. You can follow me there, and I'm going to try to go on as much as I can, maybe once or twice a week, to do a live. And there I'll talk about just a couple of things pertaining to astrology, okay? The other thing too that I want to mention is a lot of you are seeing different sides of me, and you're seeing me kind of step out of my comfort zone when it comes to being here and being on the Love Messages. I do have other, things that I do in other personalities. So, if you see things or you see me doing things and you're like, oh my God, I wasn't expecting Monica to do this. A lot of you don't know who I am, okay? You just know the persona of Monica, okay? So don't be alarmed if you see things and you're like, wow, I wasn't expecting that from her. I am a multifaceted person. I do have layers to me, okay? So that's another thing I want to mention. Now, I want to touch a little bit more on this reading that I do, because a lot of people kind of confuse it, right, with what they can expect in this reading. This reading is general, okay? It's usually for those of you who are in a relationship, or you were in a relationship. Some of you are just healing from somebody who hurt you. Maybe some of you are entering into a relationship and you don't know where you stand with a particular person. Others of you are just single and you're still healing, trying to move forward, okay? So it's not set for one specific person. It's more for people who feel drawn or called here. If you feel called here to watch me and watch this and watch the cards, then please stay. If you're just here because you're like, oh, I just, I want to just feed my ego. I just want to, I want answers, and then you're not happy with the answers you get, then, you got to kind of figure out what it is, why you're watching this, okay? So that's another thing that I want to mention. It's very important that you keep an open mind. I always mention that this channel is called The Love Messages for a reason, right? It's not it's not meant to be a linear story, okay? So it's never going to resonate with you from point A to point B, okay? Or point A to point Z. There's always going to be messages within the reading that you may be like, oh wow, yeah, that makes a lot of sense to me, and I can apply that to my situation, and I can really get some sort of insight from that, okay? So just keep in mind the reading has pockets of messages and information that really can help you transform, transmute, and really connect with why certain events, situations are taking place in your life, okay? Tarot is, of course, it's free will, okay? You have free will. The story is not always going to be exactly what you're doing or what you should be doing. I always tell people, do not make decisions based on tarot, because you're your own person, right? You could do whatever it is that you want to do, okay? Another thing I want to mention, I appreciate everyone's feedback. I appreciate all of the suggestions for the other channel and everything like that. I've noticed there's been a lot of people that are nitpicking at me, okay? I just want to bring it up, and I just want to let you all know that, you know, I ignore it, but nothing is going to be perfect, okay? I'm not a perfect person, and I don't plan on being a perfect person. I'm doing the best that I can, and I think a lot of us have to realize that that's all you can do, right? Is the best that you can do, okay? So without further ado, I'm gonna get into the reading. I just want to mention my moon necklace. If you're interested in this moon necklace, it's actually, it does change colors, but for me, it's always like kind of a olivey green color. I guess that's my mood green. But yeah, this changes colors. It is a moon ring. If you're interested in it, I only have a few left in stock. I'm going to be shipping directly from my location. I am located in Canada, as I've mentioned to all of you. I am not in the States, and I'm not in Europe. So things are a little bit more slow in Canada. We don't have things popping off like you guys do in the States. And yes, I'm very envious, because I'm like, should I move to America? I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I move to the States? Sometimes I wonder, right? I'm like, would I be better off in the States? Would I fit in more there? I don't know. Let me know what you think. Anyways, so let's get started with the reading. I'm a little wonky today, so if I do things and you're like, wow, I wasn't expecting that, I'm a little bit quirky today. I can't change that about myself. Anyways, so yeah, let's get into the reading and let's see what's going on. By the way, I have like 8 decks here. Literally, I have like 8 decks here, and you all know I give it to you, like all of it, okay, when I do this reading. So we go deep. If you're somebody who likes to kind of go in deep, you know what I mean, into the information, then this is definitely going to be the reading for you, okay? So let's get into it and let's see collective what's going on. By the way, this is a collective reading, okay? So it's not for any specific sign. I always recommend when you're watching my channel to check your sun, your moon, and your rising. You could also check your Venus sign for love and for finances. Venus sign for love and finances, okay? So let's get into your reading and let's see. Tell me about the collective. What's going on in the collective? Now, yesterday, I was gonna do a juice reading, but something was telling me the energies haven't completely faded out yet. With the juice reading, it takes like 2 or 3 weeks for things to change, sometimes 4 weeks. That's why I don't do them that often on the channel, okay? So tell me about the collective. Tell me about the collective and their person. Who should I start with? Okay, so Spirit is saying to start with you. What energy is the collective in right now? Stop right there. What's your card? Oh, collective. Okay, so you're in the 9 of Swords energy right now. Okay. So the 9 of Swords is really a card of fear. It's a card of anxiety. It's a fear of something, or you knowing something here is coming to an end. A lot of you are in the 9 of Swords right now because you want truth, okay? You want to know the truth. You want to know where you stand with someone. You want to know what's going to happen next after the situation. A lot of you right now are in separation from your person. Could be an air sign. You could be an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini here. There's something here about you fearing something coming to an end. We're going to find out. I'm going to clarify this and see. So tell me more about the collective's person? What energy is the collective's person in right now? What energy is the collective's person in right now? Look at that. So you all saw me shuffle the cards. I don't know magic. I don't know magic cards like that. Your person has the Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck. You have the Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck. What energy is your person in? Wow, Five of Pentacles. Okay, I definitely feel there was a breakup here that happened between you and your person. Some of you are dealing with an earth sign, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. I'm really getting that this person walked out on you, okay? This person completely walked out on you, or you could have walked out on this person. I'm getting from this perspective, this is your person, this is you. You are very uncertain where you stand with this person because they walked out and they ghosted or they left. Now, at the bottom of the deck, you have the Ace of Swords. Both of you had the Ace of Swords. You had the Ace of Swords and your person had the Ace of Swords. So with the Ace of Swords energy collective, I'm really strongly getting that you both want clarity on this situation. You both want to know where you stand when it comes to whether or not this is something that is going to repair itself, whether this is something that is going to completely come to an end. A lot of you are in this place of limbo, not really knowing what is going to happen, okay? So I feel like you both want to talk to one another. We're going to get into that and we're going to see what it is that you both want to say to one another. Let's get into the energy between you and this person, okay? I'm personally picking up that you and your person had a breakup. This person walked out on you. They abandoned you, or it could be that this person feels like that's what you did. Maybe there was something within you that said, you know what, I need to take time away from this person. I need to disconnect. So let's see what the energy is between you and them. Okay, those flew out, so I'm going to use them. All right, you have the Eight of Cups and you have the Knight of Cups. It's very interesting because on your side, you have the Eight of Cups, okay? This person definitely walked away from you. Water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I'm also getting that if you were dealing with a water sign, this person still wants to come towards you and offer love, or this could be one of you offering love while the other person is walking away. So it's interesting because someone here, what I'm getting between you and this person is that this person decided to walk away from this situation. Whoever decided to walk away, one of you walked away. It could have been you or it could have been your person, okay? Take it as it resonates, apply it to your situation. This is the message. Someone here walked away even though they still had love, even though they were still connected to the situation. You know the saying goes, if you love someone, set them free, let them go. I feel like this was a situation here, okay? So we're gonna get into, we're gonna see why this person left, what is gonna happen moving forward, okay? Most importantly, you all know at the end of the reading, I forgot to mention, I will be doing ask a question, get an answer, okay? Ask a question, get an answer. We'll talk more about this throughout the reading. Now, the other thing too I want to mention is I'm going to pull some cards now and we're going to see what is going on with your person behind the scenes, okay? We're going to pull some cards. I'm going to reveal those later. So let's pull some cards and see what's going on with your person randomly. 3 cards, okay? So let's pull some romance angels. This energy that's happening between you and this person is really intense because you don't know where you stand with them. So let's see what the message here is for you at this time. What is the message for you at this time? Message for you and your person and your person. Okay. So before I reveal those important messages in your love life, I'm going to clarify each of these cards because I want to see what happened between you and this person. There's something, okay? You all know in this reading, I go deep. I go deep, 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 because we want to see what's really going on here. We want to see what is the issues, how they can be resolved, etc., okay? So let's start off with you. You're in the Nine of Swords energy. You're sad. You're upset. This person left. Some of you, this person literally just was like, you know, either they ghosted or they walked away. Some of you also feel that at this time you did something wrong. I'm hearing it's not your fault. This was meant to happen, okay? This was meant to happen. I'm not just saying that to be nice. You all know I'm real. I keep it real on the channel. But it's not your fault that this happened because there's something that it's like this needed to happen for a reason is what I'm hearing, okay? So let's talk about why you're in the Nine of Swords and what's going on here. Why is the collective in the Nine of Swords? Yeah. Okay, so the Nine of Swords, which is your energy, is clarified by the Two of Cups. You have the Strength and you have the Ten of Swords. There's a lot of sadness here, okay, on your end, because you know, or you feel intuitively within yourself that some sort of situation between you and this person, this relationship, may actually be coming to an end. Okay, for many of you, you could be a Leo, you could be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or you can be an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. The message here for you, if this is your story and this is what you're going through, you're being called to really keep it together, okay? The Strength card is all about enduring, having strength in some sort of situation that really you don't have control over, okay? A lot of you thought this person loved you. You're like, I thought they loved me. I thought they cared about me. Why did they leave me hanging? Why did they ghost me? Why did they disappear? Why did they walk out of my life? A lot of you in this moment are being tested, okay, through the Strength card. You're being tested because this person ended things with you or they've walked away from you. And now Spirit is saying, what are you going to do? You know, because you always have two options, okay? Whenever the energy of two comes up for me, and this is how I intuitively look at tarot, the Two of Cups represents, not only does it represent two people, it also represents two options here, okay? You have two cups. So Spirit is saying during this ending, in relation to this connection, how are you approaching the situation? Are you stuck in bed? Are you mourning? Are you having issues going on with your day? A lot of you have to learn how to be alone. That's what you're learning to do right now, okay? So let's talk about your person, and then we're gonna clarify the energies between you and your person. So why is your person in the Five of Pentacles? Why did this person leave? What was really going on in their head when they decided to disconnect from you and leave you out in the cold? There's something here about this person being, a lot of you I know are going to say, oh, they're a narcissist. Oh, they only care about themselves. Yes, that may be the case, but there's a reason why this person walked away from you. There's a reason why this person disconnected from you. Why? Tell me about this person that the collective is connected to. Give me 3 cards. Start right there, okay. Okay, so what I'm getting here, okay, 5 of Pentacles, this is your person's energy currently. This is someone who walked out on you, ghosted you, didn't really care about your feelings whatsoever here. We have the Page of Swords. Some of you are dealing with a Gemini here. We have the 5 of Swords, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, and we have the 8 of Wands, maybe a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. It's quite interesting because even though this person walked out on you, this is somebody who you're dealing with somebody who puts this front on, right? Like they're very dominant. They're very, you know, I'm going to win at all costs. Very competitive energy here. This person doesn't care who they hurt in the process. They're not somebody who's focused on how other people feel. And I feel like this is a front. This is part of the front that they put on, right? Like, oh, I don't care about this person. They're whatever. You know, I could walk out at any time. I'm not attached to this person. I'm not married to them. I don't care. This is somebody who really doesn't care. But let me tell you this. Your person has the Page of Swords. They're still watching you. They're still connected to you. They're still peeking around the corner, trying to figure out what you're doing. Okay, so this energy that you feel, oh my God, am I not good enough? Why did they walk away? Why did they leave me? Why did they end things? Are they coming back? A lot of you are you're still connected to this person, okay? So this person puts a front on, they don't get their way. This person didn't get their way. Maybe there was something that happened between you and this person where they didn't get their way with you, so they started to flex. 5 of Swords. I'm in control here. But they're not. And this person could have walked away because they felt like they lost control with you. Okay. They couldn't control you, or they couldn't kind of, dominate the connection. Cause for me, the 5 of Swords is a very dominating energy. It's like, I'm going to win at all costs. I'm the boss here. I'm going to do what I want to do. I don't care how you feel. Okay. Because if you look at the back of the 5 of Swords, okay, you see other people on the ground, right? And this person has all the swords. This person wants to control the relationship. And maybe that's something that you didn't want, because a lot of you are coming in as the strength, right? You're like, no, I'm good. I can, you know, I could do what I need to do. And this person's like, no, we need to do it this way. Okay. So what's interesting here is that ever since this person walked out on you or left, they've wanted to communicate, they've wanted to talk, they've wanted to say something to you, okay? So we're gonna get a little deeper into this, and we're gonna see what this person is working with in a moment. I may even clarify the Eight of Wands if we have enough time to see what this person really wants to say to you, okay? So let's pull your love message. What's your important love message here? We have love yourself first, okay? A lot of you are learning that right now. A lot of you are learning that this person, whoever this person is, this person, again, I know I'm going to look at the comments later and I'm going to see narcissist. I'm going to see, yeah, he was a narcissist, or she was a narcissist, or they were a narcissist, whatever. You're learning something here right now. Again, some of you are going through this again. You need to love yourself. You need to respect yourself. You need to set boundaries. There's something here about you not setting boundaries. The message for you, collective, is your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. How did you approach how did you approach this person? How did you approach this person? There's something here during this Mercury retrograde that there was a big lesson to learn about someone walking out on you. There's a big lesson here about learning to love yourself. A lot of you are being forced to be alone right now because you need to work on yourself. It is not the time to be in a connection for many of you, okay? So if this is your story, the love yourself first is telling me that a lot of you need to pour your energy into self. And yes, this cycle is going to come to an end. It has already come to an end for many of you when it comes to this connection, okay? So the energy between you and your person, we're going to leave that because I'm going to do some more clarification there. Let's talk about your person. What is their love message in terms of this? I like to call it a saga, okay? This is like a saga that's going on between you and this person, because, you know, I heard a message when I started doing this reading, and I prepared because I like to prepare before I do my readings. I heard, this is going to be a continuation from the last juice reading. So if you haven't watched the last juice reading that I did, this is partially a continuation into mid-June moving into July, okay? So message for your person is make the effort. A lot of you started criticizing this person. Oh, you're not doing this. You're not doing that. You need to be doing this. Oh, you know, you messed up here. You messed up there. There's something here about this person not making an effort towards you, okay? And if they do make an effort towards you, they're very minimal in their effort, okay? It says, great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. This person did not take action towards you. And if they did, there was a lot of, you know, putting themselves first, standing up for what it is that they want, but doing it in a not so much loving way here is what I'm getting, because these are not loving cards, okay? Page of Swords, Five of Swords, Eight of Wands, and Five of Pentacles. This is not loving energy. This is somebody who's like, okay, you're going to challenge me. I'm going to walk out on you. You're going to challenge me. I'm going to walk out on you. This is what happened, okay? So this person has a problem, okay? I'm just saying what the cards are saying. I don't add anything to this. The cards are saying your person lacks making effort. They need to make effort towards you. And this is why the separation has happened between you and this person, because maybe at the beginning this person was making an effort, and as time went on, that started to diminish, okay? And a lot of you started to rely on this person more to give you the love that you needed to start giving to yourself. That's what I'm getting here in this energy, okay? So let's get into the energies between you and your person. Then we're going to get into spying on your person, and I'm going to talk a little bit about how that works, okay? So tell me more about the energy between the collective and their person. What is the energy between the collective and their person at this time? Okay, we have the Seven of Pentacles that popped out. We have the Tower, and we have the Nine of Swords. Yeah, you both are feeling the tension of anxiety and fear because of this change that's happening. You have the Seven of Pentacles, you have the Tower, and you have the Nine of Swords. It's very, very interesting here, because even though there is a breakdown that's happening within this connection, there's still a strong attachment here, okay, between you and this person. Why? Because you have the Seven of Pentacles here. The Seven of Pentacles for me is a card of investment. This is somebody who has already invested time, energy, money, and effort into it. Okay, I feel like this is something that you both have done because this is energy between you and this person. Now, you and this person are being forced to look at something within yourselves. The Tower is not just for you and it's not just for your person. You both have to go through a transition. And what Spirit is saying in the present moment, especially if you have anxiety and you have fear about this connection, Spirit is saying that you both need to change. Instead of allowing anxiety and fear to hold you back, okay, this is both directed to you and both directed to you and your person. There's something that you two need to change within yourselves. We're gonna pull some cards. I'm gonna pull some cards and see what it is that you need to change within your life, okay? Because this is what's happening. This is what's forcing and driving you and this person apart, all right? So the love message for you and your person is forgiving and learning. Forgiving and learning, okay? You both need to forgive one another. You both need to, there's something here, okay, collective, about you being tolerant to this person and this person being tolerant. One of the things I'm really picking up on between you and this person is, one, there is love here. There is some sort of love here, okay? Because the Knight of Cups is at the center of the reading, but there's also a lot of ego. There's a lot of ego. And you and this person, there's something that you and this person literally clash on. It's like, boom, we just clash. Okay, so we're gonna see what you both need to change, because the Tower is right at the center of the reading, and whatever's at the center of the reading is the heart of the issue. It's the heart of the matter, as I always like to say. So the Tower is saying there's something here that needs to change. We're gonna look at that in a moment when we get into more clarification, okay? So now I'm gonna move over here and we're gonna talk a little bit more about spying on your person. So what are they doing behind the scenes? Now keep in mind, when I talk about spying on your person, I'm talking about the energies. I'm not talking about this person. What are they literally doing? Okay, because obviously, you know, that wouldn't be realistic. So when I talk about spying on your person, what energies are surrounding them at this time? What are they going through? Are they thinking about you? Are they thinking about reaching out, etc., etc., okay? So first card we have here is the World. This person's devastated that things have ended between you and them. They don't know how to go on. They don't know what's the new cycle, okay? We're gonna clarify the World and see. I'm intuitively picking up that this person's devastated, that they've ended things or things have closed out. Tell me more about this person. Woo, yeah. They don't know how to go about taking this ending with you. They don't like that things have ended here. Tell me more about this person. Six of Swords. They are so devastated. I can't tell you how much. Like, look at all of these cards. World, Death, and the Six of Swords. Spying on your person. This person is just, you know what they're reminiscing about right now? They're reminiscing about the fact that this is over. Some of you had a fight with this person and they were like, okay, I'm gonna go. They're like, okay, I'm gonna go. And you're like, fine, leave. But it's like, you two have this, it's like a drama. It's like a soap opera. Okay, so let's use another deck and let's clarify. Tell me more about how this person, what energy is surrounding them at this time. We do know that this person is going through an ending. Okay, tell me more about this ending. Like, what are they planning on doing about this? What's happening here? Tell me about the World, spying on your person. What energy are they in? What's going on? Tell me more about the World. What are they thinking about when it comes to the World? Okay, so the World is clarified by the Star, the Ten of Wands, and the Eight of Wands. Here's the thing. I have to say this to you, collective, it's super important. So put your earphones on, put your listening ears on, just focus for a minute here, okay? You're dealing with somebody, could be a fixed sign that you're dealing with. I'm getting Scorpio, I'm getting Taurus, I'm getting Leo, I'm getting Aquarius, very strong here. This is somebody who really wants to have a future. I feel like they want to have a future with you, okay? I don't feel like this ending is permanent. I feel like within this ending, there is definitely some sort of lesson to learn here. This person, fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, or an Aquarius that you're dealing with, Taurus, Scorpio, this is someone who wants to communicate with you. They want to reach out. They want to communicate. I have seen, okay, 2 times here, you have the 8 of Wands here, and you have the 8 of Wands here in your person's energy. So they definitely have something important to say to you. We're definitely going to touch on that and see what it is that they may want to be saying to you. This person has a wish, okay? So even though this situation has come to an end, it's in a way, it is a good thing that it has come to an end because the star is very positive. The star is like, you know, let's focus on the future. Let's focus on healing. This person is now recognizing the amount of work that they need to put in if they want what it is that they want, because there's something here that this person wants. Either they want a future with you, or maybe they have some sort of goal with you, but it's like they haven't been able to realize this because something here has ended. So how is this person supposed to have the happiness How is this person supposed to have happiness with you if they can't realize the goal, the wish that they had? The star is all about wishing, right? Let's wish upon a star, a shooting star. That's what the star represents, okay? So for many of you, you're dealing with somebody here who knows now that ever since this ending, it's like this ending needed to happen because what it's doing is it's showing this person, listen, nothing is guaranteed. For some of you, you thought this relationship was guaranteed. You're like, yeah, this person loves me. I love them. We're gonna work it out. You know, if something crops up or pops up, we're gonna work it out. But what happens, you both are met with the Tower, forced apart. And you're still trying to make sense of things, okay? Lots of forgiveness needs to happen here. I do see this person reaching out after an ending here, okay? So they're in a place right now, they're accepting an ending here. They're accepting that they need to make or take steps in order to move forward, okay? So let's get some more information on this. Tell me more about this Death card. This person at this time is going through a transition, okay? This is one that you don't see. This is what you don't see, by the way. Behind the scenes, the energies behind the scenes with your person, okay? If you were in a room, if you were a fly on the wall, this is what you would see, okay? Death card is telling me this person's going through a transition. Tell me more about this transition that the collective's person is currently going through, please. What transition are they going through at this time? Okay, so the Death card, which is spying on your person, what's going on with your person behind the scenes. We have the Death card, which is clarified by the 7 of Wands. We have the 6 of Swords and the Emperor. Yes, this person is being forced at this time to really disconnect from other people. This is somebody who they don't want to be around anybody, okay? Some of you are saying, okay, are they cheating on me? Do they have someone else? I don't see, these are not cards of them being with someone else. I'm going to be straight up with you. These are not cards of your person being with someone else. These are cards of somebody saying, you know what? I need to protect my energy. I need to move away from everything at this time. Why? Because this person is lacking stability in their life. What they're seeking the most, some of you are dealing with an Aries or a Scorpio. Aries and Scorpio are extremely strong here. The reason why this person is acting very funny with you, or they've been acting very funny with you up until this point, collective, is because this person lacks some sort of inner stability within themselves. Okay, inner stability within themselves. How does anybody ever expect to have a stable connection or relationship if they're not in the Emperor energy? Okay, for some of you, this is the father of your children. For others of you, this is a person who maybe has children already, but there's something within them that they have to close out. Okay, there's definitely a cycle here that this person's closing out, whether that cycle is with you or with someone else, and this person is being forced to move into that stable energy here. So tell me more about this person's plans. Now I'm getting, and I'm just using my intuition, which I typically do in all my readings, 6 of Swords for me. Yes, this person has moved away from you, but they're also planning to move or go somewhere. They could be in the process of doing this, or this is something that they want to do. So tell me more about this energy with the 6 of Swords. What is this person's plans? Because I do see this person moving somewhere, or like moving their energy away from something here. Okay, So the Six of Swords is clarified by the Two of Cups in reverse, the Five of Cups in reverse, and the Queen of Wands. Some of you are dealing with a fire sign here, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Somebody here is wanting to move away from this connection as quick, like they don't want a relationship right now. I don't know whoever you're dealing with here. This person doesn't want a relationship. Two of Cups in reverse. And the reason why this person doesn't want a relationship, and I'm going to go back to what I originally said, was because this person doesn't feel balanced within themselves. This was with a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, maybe a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. So I see this person really taking time out because they have to go within and they need to do some inner work at this time, okay? So let's get into what is actually being activated within you and this person, because I feel like at this time, there's something that is being activated during the separation that you both need to learn, okay? That you both need to learn. So let's see what is being activated within your person and you. Now, if you're interested in knowing exactly what is being activated within you and your person for your sign, I will be putting that in the extended. If you want to watch the extended, you can. If you don't want to watch the extended, then don't watch it, okay? And don't comment anything crazy because I'm going to delete it. Last week, there was some crazy people commenting. I just want to mention it. I'm not being negative. I just want to mention it because I have to address, okay? You don't have to be here and watch this. Okay, it's a choice. So we're going to do one for each sign, and then I'm going to pull some here and see. Okay, so we're going to do Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. I'm going to reveal these in the extended. We're going to see what is being activated most importantly in you, and then I'm going to pull some more when we get into the extended, okay? So what is being activated for you right now? We have Gaia, number 28. Okay, I'm going to read it. Number 28, it says, the frequency of Gaia reminds us that we are infinitely connected to one another, just as we are to our great mother and the universe that birthed us all. You both are still connected to this, you're still connected to this person. A lot of you are learning right now that even though you are still connected to this person, okay, and you still love them, Gaia is all about Earth. It's all about Mother Earth. It's all about centeredness, being balanced, okay? A lot of you have to learn that when somebody walks out of your life, it's not the end of the world. It doesn't mean that you're nobody or you're not wanted or you're not needed. You need to recognize right now with this Gaia card that you make your decisions in your life. You determine how strong somebody's actions are going to have on you. You determine if you're going to allow somebody to make you feel sad, make you feel worthless, make you feel bad. A lot of you are learning at this time to love yourself, to have strength within yourself, to say, okay, no problem. You don't want me, someone else is going to want me. You don't want to be with me. You don't want to tolerate me. You don't want to be tolerant of me because you have a certain expectation. This person, they have perfection in their mind. And what they're being confronted with, and I'm just picking up on this intuitively, that nothing is perfect. All you could do, collective, at this time is recognize that we are all one. Recognize that we are all connected. Just as you are going through some sort of anxiety and fear, so is this person, okay? So you both are energetically connected. Whatever you're feeling, depressed, anxiety, stress, fear, this person is also feeling the same thing because you both are connected, okay? So what is your person working through right now? We have compassion. Yeah, you're dealing with somebody who doesn't have compassion. I said this, did I not? Didn't I say it was a very narcissistic energy? I don't like to talk about narcissism. It's all over the internet. I don't have to mention it on my channel. But when I intuitively feel it in the reading, I am going to bring it up, okay? So we have compassion here and we have the Five of Swords. It's interesting because we have 1 and 5 and the Five of Swords. So this is why I definitely was drawn to this card, because your person is learning compassion. They don't know compassion. They think they know compassion, but they don't. Because there's something that you did that this person didn't tolerate and they said, forget it, I'm out. No, I'm not putting up with you anymore. Great relationships are not thrown away very easily, okay? And this is what this person's learning. So let's read the message that your person's learning at this time. It says, the frequency of compassion supports our ability to stand by others without judgment and be the divine mediator between heaven and earth, spirit and matter, so that unconditional love can flow from source through our hearts and into the world. This person, the problem this person has, and they're human, okay? So I can't sit here and say, oh, your person's this. I'm not that type of reader. I'm not a drama reader. I see both sides from different perspectives, okay? But what I can say to you, and I'm gonna be sincerely honest with you, collective, is that this person, they are a spiritual person. They are somebody who wants the best for both you and them. The problem is that when this person's confronted with issues and problems, they don't necessarily know how to deal with them. This is why their activation code right now is compassion, because they need to learn that. This person also judged you. It says without judgment. So this person did judge you. You may have said something to this person and this person was like, oh no, really? Judgment. There was judgment on this person's end, okay? This person needs to flow and have unconditional love, and they need to, this person is very in touch with source, but there's a lot of ego here as well too, and this is something they still need to work through, okay? So this is what I'm seeing here. Now the energy between you and this person is the crown chakra. You both are getting messages from above about the activation. The activation is your crown chakra, so information coming in, you downloading certain information. The message for you and your person is the frequency of the crown chakra, the violet flower of life, okay? This is the violet energy. You could look up what the spiritual meaning of the color violet is for both you and this person to get some more insight. It says, supports our spiritual connection to the universe and our ability to transmute negative energy into the light. So you both are learning how to transmute this negative energy, this fear. There's a lot of fear here. There's a need for forgiving and learning from one another. You both are learning from one another at this time. You have the Tower here as well too. So a lot of you, if you sit with yourself, okay, both you and your person, if you both sit with yourselves for an hour alone and you just don't think or don't do anything, you activate that crown chakra, you're going to see why you're going through this Tower moment. It's all there. I don't have to explain it to you. If you're a spiritual person and you're here and you're getting the message, you're going to know why, okay? So there's messages coming in. It's asking you to transmute this negative energy. So if you feel pain, sadness, depression, you got to learn how to turn that around. Get up. Go do your makeup, go do your hair, go take a walk, go make something good to eat, start working on a project. You got to transmute this energy. You both need to do this, okay? That's why you both are being tested, okay? So this is what I'm seeing here in terms of what is being activated for you. So I'm not going to spend too much longer on here because I do want to go to the extended reading and see what is going on. I'm going to get into how this person feels about you. I'm going to briefly see how they feel about you, and in the extended, we're of course going to go a lot more deeper there. The other thing too I want to mention is we are going to be doing ask a question, get an answer. So if you are interested in asking a question, it is 100% free. You do not have to donate anything. If you do donate to the channel, I do appreciate that. I'm thanking you in advance. So the way it works when we do get into that, I'm going to be asking you, what question do you want to ask? Now, I always say, don't ask questions such as, what is my person's favorite color? What day is my person going to knock at my door? We want questions that are either yes or no answers. The answers or the questions do not have to just be about love. They could be about anything. They could be about career. They could be about family. They could be about friends. They could be about school, work, whatever it is that you want to ask. Of course, appropriate questions, not, inappropriate questions. I do ask that in the live feed, okay, wherever the live feed is on the screen, you can type your question and ask your questions. I always mention by liking the video, by commenting, by being a part of the community, that creates a lot of energy, that brings energy into the reading. So I appreciate you liking the video so other people that need to see this message get this message. And most importantly, by you commenting your question or saying your question, that allows the ethers to pick up the message and relay the answer to you, okay? So we're going to be doing that in a moment. But first, I want to see how your person really feels about you. How do they really feel about you at this time? Okay, so we have envy. And it says, I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. Your person's in this place of envying other people. Okay, it could be you. A lot of you, maybe you have something going on here. A lot of you, what I'm getting, okay, if this person is envious, could be, again, a narcissistic trait. There's something here about you overcoming a lot in your life, okay? You could be a Leo, okay? I feel like you've overcame a lot in your life. You've went through a lot of endings. And the interesting thing here is that some of you allow the situation to bother you, while others of you are like, I don't care. If you want to end things with me, peace, deuces, bye, see you later. Like, I'm not going to allow this situation to affect me. So the message here is that this person is very envious of you because they're watching you and they could see that you've moved on very quickly, or you're in the process of moving on, or you just don't care. And this person may be asking, like, how is the collective, like, how did they just move on from me? Like, they're not even crying. They're not even sad. Like, you're sad, but you're not showing it to everyone. You're showing everybody this, the strength. I'm good. I don't need to allow this. Maybe at night you feel some sort of way when this person isn't there rubbing your back, you know, but you're getting over it, okay? This person's very envious of you. Maybe you have a career that they want, or there's something that you have that this person feeds off of, okay? So how do you feel about them right now? Let's see. And just keep in mind, the roles could be vice versa. You could be over here. Your person could be over here. Take it as it resonates. Take the energies as they resonate, okay? So what energy are you in? Empathy. Okay, some of you are empaths, all right? You took a lot of drama from this person and you like amplified it here. We have empathy. It says, I'm open to seeing both sides of the situation. That's what you're doing right now. You're watching this and you're seeing how they messed up and how you messed up. Because you both aren't perfect, right? A lot of you are empaths. And you were dealing with somebody who really just, like, I hate to say this, collective, but you were dealing with someone who just didn't care. They didn't care if they hurt you. This person had ulterior motives, okay? So I'm going to check more about how this person feels about you in the extended. Before I get into the ask a question, get an answer, because I'm allowing you all to kind of come up with your questions before we move on. I'm going to spend maybe about another few minutes on here. I want to get a little more deeper for you. We're going to pull some love oracle cards. I love these cards because it talks a little bit more about why the connection kind of failed or what needs to happen moving forward. And we're also going to pull a couple of cards to see what is changing in your life. There's definitely some major changes happening, so we're going to see what that all means for you. I'm going to pull one oracle card for each, for you, your person, and the energy between you and your person. Tell me more about this connection. Tell me more about what happened here. Like, let's go deep. What's the deep mystery here when it comes to you? What is the message here for you? We have keys on a ring and we have paradise. Yes. Here's the thing, okay? I feel like this person made promises to you. I feel like this person, you know, at the beginning it was great, right? It was wonderful. It was great. Something happened here. It says key on a ring. It says many options, decisions, unconventional, string along, one night stand. For many of you, you were giving a lot to this person. You gave the keys to this person. And somebody here had many options. It could have been you who had many options, or you maybe felt like, oh, maybe I need to keep my options open because this person may have been stringing you along. I feel like, because again, usually I don't get this in the readings, but when I get the same message in my mind and intuitively, because I am very in touch with my intuition, when it comes to these readings, I really feel that this person was very narcissistic. This person kind of love bombed. And you may have had keys. You may have given this person options. Maybe you were very lenient with this person. There's something here about someone having too many options, decisions needing to be made here. Now you have paradise and it says happiness, expansion, joy, playfulness, oneness, enjoying each other. So yeah, there was a moment where you and this person were in paradise. But there was a point where you may have said to yourself, this feels like maybe it's not going to go anywhere. So tell me about this person. Lots of promises were made to you and this person broke them by walking away and giving up on the situation too quickly. Tell me more about the deep information here about the person's collective. Palm tree. Stability, security, permanence, growth, endurance, and flexibility. This is what this person wanted with you. Tell me more. Okay, it says healing heart. For many of you, you're dealing with somebody who still didn't, I'm going to tell you why this person was acting the way they acted towards you, because a lot of you want that answer, right? You're saying, well, why did they treat me this way? Why did they promise me this? Why did they promise me that? The reason why that happened is because this person wasn't 100%, this person, excuse me, wasn't 100% healed. This is why they have the star here, right, with the world. It's because this person's recognizing that in order for them to start a new cycle, world is always about starting a new cycle, they need to completely heal their heart. They need to completely do the work, and they haven't done the work. There's something here about this person. Here's the thing, okay? And I know I'm getting a little bit deep into this, and I like to do this because I don't see anybody else doing it. So I'm really strongly getting that the reason why, hear me out, the reason why this person treated you the way they did was because somebody treated them like that. And they decided to treat you like that. And there's something about this person not healing 100%. And they know what they need to do now, right? They know that they need to seek this. They need to seek the Emperor. They need to seek balance. They need to seek wisdom in their life. This person knows that the way they dealt with you and the way this ended was not the best way. And now they're in this energy when it comes to you. They're envious of you, okay? So you have the healing heart on your person's side. So yeah, it was amazing. You know, they thought they were going to have stability with you, but then something shook that. And it says healing from heartbreak, freedom from toxic relationship or addiction. A lot of you are dealing with somebody who's still going through some sort of ending, whether that's with you or with someone else. If this person was married to someone else and they still haven't closed that cycle, it's not going to work with you. Spirit is not going to bring you somebody who, one, is broken, heartbroken, still in a marriage, still stringing somebody else along. This is why you have too many options here, because this person had another option. You see the 3 keys? You, this person, and their person. So someone here, I feel like your person on this side needs to do a lot of healing, okay? So I'm going to see what changes are coming in for you in a moment. We're going to see what changes are coming into your life at the end. But first, okay, drum roll. Let's get into ask a question, get an answer, okay? Let's see what's going on. Now, in the ask a question, get an answer, if you are new here, asking a question is absolutely free. You can ask it in the live feed. If you're watching this after the live feed, you can comment your question in the comment section below. It's never too late to ask. Okay, I'm going to be pulling 3 cards here for you. 3 cards. Ask your question and get an answer. Make sure you're hitting the like button, please, so that other people can see the video. And if you are interested in knowing more and you're like, oh, Monica, 3 is not enough for me, I need like 6. Well, in the extended, I'm going to be pulling more ask a question, get an answers. In the extended, I'm also going to be looking at you and your person more in depth. I'm going to be looking at how this person's viewing you, how you're viewing them, how they're viewing you, how you feel about them, how they feel about you, the actions you're likely to take towards this person, the actions your person's likely to take towards you, the potential outcome. I'm also going to be pulling, if this person had something to say to you, what would they say? I'm also going to be pulling some extra moon cards and some love oracles to see what messages are here. And in the extended, I'm going to be pulling some more individual sign messages. So if you're interested in knowing more about your individual signs, the messages, I will be pulling more in the extended. I highly recommend that you watch your sun, your moon, and your rising so you can get the full picture of everything, okay? So let's get into it. Ask a question, get an answer. Ask a question, get an answer. Stop there. Okay. Ask a question, get an answer. Ask a question, get an answer. Ask a question, get an answer. Okay. So 3 questions here, 6 more questions in the live or in the extended, a total of 9 questions. Okay. So ask your question. Get an answer. It says big happy changes. The big happy changes card for me is definitely a yes. This is something though that you need to prepare for if this is something that you really want, okay? Ask a question, get an answer, and you have get more information. So I feel like right now this is a no, okay? And the reason why I'm saying it's a no is because you don't know all the facts or information about the situation. You're only looking at this situation from one perspective. So there's something here about you needing to go and seek more information or research more. And once you do that, then you should make a decision on this, okay? Ask a question, get an answer, and you have ask for help from others. I feel like this is a yes, but you need to seek out certain individuals, okay? There's certain individuals that you need to work with, that you need to connect to in order to make this a dream and a reality, okay? So yeah, I feel like this is a yes. So two yeses and one no, okay? So before I let you go, we're gonna see what big happy changes are coming into your life, and then I will close off the reading with some advice. And then we're gonna head over to the extended reading, okay, which will be linked in the description box below or in the live feed, okay, depending on when you watch this. So what big happy changes are coming into your life? Give me one card. What big happy changes are coming into your life? Yeah, we have motivation. There's something here that you need to find within yourself that motivates you, okay? I feel like a lot of you right now, you are fully developed, okay? I'm seeing the butterfly image here. You are fully developed. There's something here that you could be working on, or you need to be working on. You need to find something that is going to motivate you. This is what's changing in your life. What's changing is that you're not allowing some sort of situation to hold you back anymore. You need to find the motivation within yourself in order for this situation to transform and move the way it needs to move within your life, okay? So let's close the reading off with some advice, and let's see what the advice is. What is the advice for the collective in this situation? I just saw the Four of Cups. You have to be careful who is offering you love, okay, in the near future, because I just feel like there could be a lot of offers that, you know, you want love, but you have to be careful who you let in, is what it's telling me. Somebody needs to hear that. Okay, we have the Three of Cups. The advice here is if there is a reconciliation or option for reconciliation, you should be open to it, okay? There's also something here about you needing to celebrate, okay? What is it that you need to celebrate? You need to celebrate this ending that happened recently. It was meant to be. Stop seeking this person. Stop trying to run after them or chase them. Accept the ending. Don't expect this person to message you, and when you don't expect it to happen, that's when it's going to happen. I do see this person reaching out. For many of you, I do see a possible reconciliation after this ending, okay? I also see for many of you, the advice here is to be open to love. I see somebody coming into your life, could be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, that is going to be showing up after this ending. So it's like one thing ends, but another thing starts, and I feel like the past isn't going to be running away. It's still going to be there for you, okay, if that's something that you want. At the bottom of the deck, you have the Magician, so you are manifesting and creating your own reality, especially after watching this, especially because you're no longer allowing this situation to hold you back. Look at that. The Nine of Swords is here twice. It got stuck in this deck because I have two of these decks. So somebody needs to hear this. Somebody who's still in this place of anxiety and fear. You're in anxiety and fear because you didn't protect yourself enough. You need to protect yourself with the next person, okay? Don't give everything to one person, especially if you don't feel they deserve it, okay? So let's get, what are you manifesting to close out the reading? I always do this at the end because I like to see what you're manifesting, especially because you have the Magician here. You got two cards. The first card that came out is healing. Okay, so you are going through a healing. It says true healing of the mind, body, and soul. Okay, and you also have Earth, which you had Gaia as well too. A lot of you are learning how to balance your energies. It says ask the element of Earth for grounding, stability, and strength in the time of chaos. So a lot of you need to really not even seek a relationship. Don't even go seeking this person. Accept it for what it is and allow this situation to transform the way it needs to transform in order for you to have peace and healing within yourself, okay? So collective, this is what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed the juice reading. If you want more readings like this, do hit the like button on your way out, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below for me. Let me know, all right? Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you follow me on Instagram if you want to learn more about astrology, and I will see you all very soon.